Hey y'all, I'm a little bit early, but I couldn't stand the suspense. Anybody there? Timmy, is it you? Tim, are you there? So I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. Oh, hey, Leo. Sorry we missed you. It was kind of the spur of the moment trip to go get some mulch in Sierra Vista, and I don't even remember exactly what happened, but the mulch has been scarce. So lately they've had mulch. So we decided we better go get it while the getting was good. So I've been working on a Father's Day gift for my dad. These are his little doggies that they have both passed away, but he really loved these dogs so much. And this is kind of rough, but I just started them, so they're very rough. This is Mr. T, and this is Cricket. Oh, the wings are, I gotta fix that. The wings are not even, but anyway, Mr. T is so funny. He was so funny. And Cricket, she was a big fat wiener dog Chihuahua, and she would sit up like that, and this was the picture. She was actually sitting up and begging. She liked to beg. Okay, hopefully I can read. I might have to pull this a little closer so I can read. I don't think I normally make the chat bigger where I can see it, but I didn't. Okay, so Leo, I had no idea it was going either. Love how it's turning out, and to see it in person is so much better looking in person than glad I had the chance. Thank you. We appreciate that. It's only been 3 years, so I'm trying to look at it as like this. I feel really lucky because a lot of people take an RV out to camp in, and we have gotten to camp for 3 years, March, April, May, 3 years and 2 months we've been camping. So I think it's pretty cool, and I don't really mind being in an RV so much. Just the temperature fluctuations are not great. Sometimes you're a little uncomfortable, but that's why I have, especially at my age when you never know when you're going to have a hot flash. Let's see what time it is. 2 more minutes till it's officially 2 o'clock. I was doing these on Sunday, but a lot of times we're gone on the weekends. A lot of times we're not, but I never know what we're doing. So usually it's last minute trips. We take a lot of last minute spur of the moment trips. Brian's in here on the bed. I try to get him to come over, but he's resting because he's been doing a lot of planning this morning with trying to figure out how to do the trusses, because wood is super expensive. Ain't that right, Brian? Did you figure out with the trusses? I mean, are you ready to call? I keep asking.
2 weeks.
2 weeks? What do you mean 2 weeks? Better not be 2 weeks. I will freak out. I have these little thingies that it's like little short pieces of hair and sideburn thingies, and I don't know what the deal is, but Leo, I did subscribe to your channel. So I don't know if I found like 2 different channels. One was something Earth channel and one was Dragon Clan. And then I also subscribed to 3 channels. So hopefully you will see. I know your wife saw my comment because she did. Ouch. Brian left crumbs on. He left crumbs over here. Anyway, I just decided I'm going to go with the flow and see where the flow goes. I'm using this on my body to cool it off. My wife saw the one on the dragonfly. Oh, okay. And she did respond to the one that was on her channel. I think it was, yes. I subscribed to that one also. And I left a comment, and she did respond back on that one. So I did see that. Let me think. I'm trying not to say so much because I used to be in Toastmasters when I was a secretary. I guess that's something I could talk about, my jobs that I've had. There I go again. I have one and our son has one. Timothy's awesome videos. Oh, my son is Tim also. Timothy Adam is his name. And he's supposed to be on here. That's all of them. Okay, cool. I think I've got it down now. We'll have to get together. I mean, sometime if you guys want to come by again, just let us know about a week before. We usually like to plan things like a week in advance. So, yep. All right. I got it now. When I used to be a secretary a long time ago, it was suggested to me by my boss that I take Toastmasters because she wanted me to be more outgoing. And when she suggested this to me, I was like, I would rather have Face the Firing Squad. And I was really, really upset because I knew that if I didn't do it, I would probably get a bad review on, what do you call those? What do you call it, Brian, when you get a review? Your annual review on when you have a job. It's been so long I can't even remember. Is that what I think? I thought there was another name for it. A review or goals, like you go in and you show them your goals or something. My goal is to not kill somebody. When I was a secretary, I worked for like 50 different people, and all these people would give me projects to do. I like typing, spreadsheets, that kind of stuff. Anyway, I took the Toastmasters thing, and every time, so you had to come up with a topic, you'd have to come up with a speech, like every week you would have to do a speech once a week. And it was brutal. I would be so nervous and worry all week long about my speech. And whenever you would do your speech, they would give you a little, what do you call it? They had a little buzzer. And anytime if you say or if you did filler words, like, as in like filler words, you would get the buzzer. And see, that's one. I would get the buzzer on that. I wish I had kept some of my speeches because that would be really interesting to see the speeches that I did. My very first job, and I don't know if I've talked about this before. I think I probably did. I worked at a pizza place, and I think I was 18 years old. when I first worked there, and we would, all they had was night shift in the beginning, and we would play quarters out in the dining room. Once it closed, I was not a leader in instigating that. I was kind of just like the new person, and I was just following along. So I was never an instigator, a follower. Then I ended up switching to the day shift, which was a lot better because I guess it didn't really matter. I never went to college. I'm from Texas, so it was not suggested to me to ever go to college. But then when I got the chance to go to college, after I met Brian, he kind of told me, if you ever want to go to college or anything like that, feel free, do whatever you want, and he would pay for it. Well, we were married, so, but he was going to be the one paying for it. And I thought about it, and I really thought, what do I want to do? And there was really nothing that I wanted to do other than draw and paint. And I started to take some art classes once, but then I just never did. But I'm pretty happy with where I am now. I feel like I'm where I'm meant to be, I guess. That's what I want to say. This is a lot harder when you're here by yourself. Especially when I know that Brian's over there listening to me. Are you asleep?
Nope.
Are you doing Spanish?
No.
What are you doing?
I'm just laughing at you.
He said he's laughing at me. I don't know if y'all heard that, but we're both doing Spanish. So I've been doing Spanish on it's like a phone app called Duolingo. And I've been doing it for a year, and I'm actually getting where I can't speak it, but I can hear it, I can read it. When I first started, I could barely pronounce any words. It was really bad. But I'm coming along. My daughter is very good. She speaks fluent Spanish. Okay, so my first job was in the pizza place, but then I also worked after that, I worked in a leather shop for a while. I made horse equipment. Then I worked at a place where you fax permits and started doing data entry there. And once I started doing the data entry, then I got my foot in the door to get more like administrative experience. Then I knew somebody that worked at a company called Nichols Institute. And I went and interviewed for that job, and I got a secretary job making $10 an hour back in 1985, I think it was 85, 86, which back then I was like doing really well. Nowadays, they don't really start you out they don't pay you that much more if you go in as a secretary. So I really liked that job, and that's where I met my kids, their dad, who was my second husband. Brian's my turd husband. Brian, you're my turd husband. What? Most of all of my training came from the Army. Oh, hey, Carly. Yep, I'm here all by myself. The real world training, I can't talk. So I found it best for school wasn't this fun. I never enjoyed school so much. I went to 9 different schools, and I was always the new kid, and I was very quiet. I didn't talk to anyone. I was bullied. I don't know why. People wanted, I'm an easy target, I guess, because I never did anything to stand up for myself. So these one girls would like go past me, call me names, and I wouldn't say a word. I would just say nothing. I think that bothered them though. That got to them worse than if I had said something. My wife says I'm her tired. I'm sorry. I had to put I forgot to make the chat bigger. Turd husband. I think you were going for turd. That's funny. Turd Ferguson, funny name. Anybody? That's Saturday Night Live. To the lay person. I got 7 people, Brian. Maybe I'll only go for 30 minutes. I texted Tim, but what time is it? Is he? No, 2 o'clock? Maybe he's watching, but I texted Tim. My son's birthday is Wednesday. He's going to be 27 years old. My daughter's 25 years old. Wow. Makes me feel old to have a 27-year-old. But I'm not a grandma yet. At least I'm not a grandma yet, so I'm actually, I don't know, sometimes my friend Nikki just had, her daughter had a baby, and she's the same age as Tim, 27, I believe. But Tim, I don't know if he really wants to have kids or not, but my friend Nikki has a little grandbaby, and he's so cute. I was like, maybe I might want a grandkid, but you have to have willing participants. And my kids aren't willing, I don't think. They're very, very busy. I don't get to see them very often because we live 2.5 hours away from Phoenix, and their vehicles are not very reliable, or it's not that they're not reliable. I don't know if I would trust them to drive 2.5 hours without breaking down. Oh, hey, Leo is my third husband. I know when some people hear that, they probably think, oh my gosh, you've been married 3 times. But hey, it's pretty easy to do. You get your starter marriage out of the way. And then, my first husband was insane. So when the second one came along, I wasn't really, I don't know. I was kind of still too young to know what I was doing. So I still didn't know what I was doing. And I was not a good wife at all. But now I think I got it right. I found the right person. And you got to be with the right person. If you're not, then that's not good. But I did have 2 kids, and I love my kids. And then Brian came along, and I told him I'm not having kids. And he said, that's good because I don't want kids. So it was perfect. Okay, let me read this here. I missed some stuff. Heard you talking about your kids. How old were you when you had kids? So I was 30. I believe I was 30 when I had Tim. And then 17 months later, I had Taylor. So I was like 31, 32. My oldest says he doesn't want to have kids. Hopefully I'll have grandkids someday. At least granddogs. Oh, it's my son. Tim is Jack. That's really Tim. I arrive. Timothy has arrived. Yep. Let's see. Oh, Ashley. Ash Nunya. That's funny. Nunya business. I've got the most amazing wife. That's awesome. Ashley is my niece, and Jack is Tim, and that's my son. Oh no, now I'm really flustered now because Ashley and Tim are here. Third time's the charm. That is correct. What's happening, Ashley? Give me something to talk about. Tim, give me something to talk about. Last week I talked about Tim. about how Tim is quite a character. He is also an artist. And Ashley is my niece. She's also an artist. I always say everybody needs a Leo. I think I got the best one. Brian's he's pretty awesome, I would say. He's awesome to quite awesome. Oh no, I'm not sure what Tim is liable to say. Tim, what is your favorite memory of when you were growing up? Let's hear that. So Ashley is also a good artist. We have a ton of artists in my family. I should sit down and like count up all the artists. So we need to do a barbecue soon. Okay, I always say, oh, I read that one already. A barbecue at whose place are we going to do it? I like to have smaller groups. Oh no, Timothy, Adam. He's driving, Brian. I'm telling. Don't text and drive, okay, please, Tim. I'll talk to you later. Just don't text and drive, please. Ashley, I hope you're not driving. I forgot what I was talking about. Brian, what was I talking about? Oh, a barbecue. I don't like big groups. Sometimes I mean, we've had people here and we'll do like probably four people. Yeah, we anytime if you want to get a hold of us ever, it's midlife prices, like with a P, because our last name is Price. That's midlife, PRI. P is in price, RICE. Midlife prices at gmail.com is the email. And you can also always reach us there. Let's see. Ashley, Ashley's got to be at least 40 now. I'm just kidding, Ashley. I know you're not 40. My birthday is next month, and I'm gonna be 56. Woo! Oh Lord, it's getting up there now. 37 in June. Oh, June 7th. 37 on June 7th. Oh my gosh, Ashley, I cannot believe you're going to be 37. Oh my Lord. Small groups are much better. Yeah, we can do like, we'll just have you guys over and we'll do like a small barbecue. My oldest is 22, having her second child. Oh my. Wow. I can't even imagine if my kids, I kind of wish they would, but then another part of me is like scared to bring any other person into this world, because who knows what's going to happen with the world. It's kind of crazy out there. What is this? Oh, Connie's birthday. My sister Connie's birthday is in 2 days. Because Gene is my brother-in-law. His birthday is today. And then Connie's is the 26th. And then June, we have a ton of birthdays in June. My son's June 2nd. Brian is June 4th. I'm June 29th. My niece is June 7th. Then my other niece is June 21st. Rachel. Where's Rachel? Oh boy. 26th. That's Connie's, right? Is that right? How old is Connie going to be? I know Connie's not watching because but she might watch it later. She said that Monday is their busy day. That's my sister. So I have two sisters and one brother and one half brother. Oh, that's right. Okay, Rachel's is the 21st. Let's see. I was gonna talk about something. 61. Oh my God. That's how old my friend, Melissa and Taylor. I think they're both 61. I'm also, Ashley, did I tell you that I'm going to Florida? My cousin Darla asked me to come to Florida to visit. So I'm going to go, and we're going to we're getting a hotel on the beach. Should be fun. I'm very excited about that. I can't wait to go. And Brian's going to have to cook his own meals for a change. But he promised me that the house is going to be completely done. Not really. Oh, I'm going to Pensacola. I know there's a girl named, that's one of Ashley's friends named Chelsea. What town does Chelsea live in? I guess I can ask Chelsea sometime because I still Snapchat. I do Snapchat a lot, and mainly with my family. I have Tampa. I don't really know how Florida is laid out, but I went to Fort Lauderdale one time. And where else did I go? I went to New Orleans and went through New Orleans, and then that was from Texas to New Orleans to Fort Lauderdale. That was a long drive. So Brian has been doing a lot of math and trying to do some figuring on how to get these trusses, because the trusses have to be ordered and we cannot make them. So nobody even suggest that, because that's not happening. Brian is going to order the trusses, but we also have to do these things called window bucks and door bucks. I don't really understand all this stuff, but I'm learning as I go, just like Brian. We've both watched a lot of videos on the straw bale building, and we also went to a straw bale workshop. We're fixing up our travel trailer so we can travel the U.S. Ooh, that sounds like fun. We used to say that we wanted to do that, but gas is so expensive. It's just, we decided that it wouldn't be worth it, that we would just, if we were going to travel somewhere, we'd just go stay in a hotel. I just watched your Shoshugibon video again. Oh my gosh, my eye is like burning right now. We are Shoshugiboning front yard fence for future vegetable garden. Definitely leaving the burning part to the Oh man, it was terrifying to me. I remember that very well. And you also have to sand it down and sand all the burnt part off. And it's just black blowing everywhere. Brian his face was covered in soot. It's really pretty once you get it done. I will also leave that to Brian, the Shoshugibonging. Shugibon. Somebody else I know calls it Shugibon. That's why we're going to be doing the Journey with the Dragon. Oh, that'll be cool. That looks like it would be awesome. Sorry, I got my eyes watering now. My eyes are very dry. This is what happens when you start to get older. Your eyes get very dried out all the time. I'll probably be wrapping this up at 30 minutes unless somebody has any questions for me. Let's see. Like I said, wait, am I forgetting something? Oh, he's going to make the top plate, so we just did the sill plate, and then the bales go on that. But he has to build a top plate that like compresses the bales, and then the trusses go on top of that. I'm laughing at myself. So the window and door, you have to like place them with like these pieces of wood. I'm sure this is really technical stuff, but you get these braces to hold the window things in place and the door things in place. So we have to know what size windows and doors that we'll have to order those. And then you have to make them accordingly. Then once we get those bales up, or Brian, I may be gone during that time. It would be really nice if I came back and all of the walls were up and everything. Then the top plate goes on top of that. That's pretty much like the sill plate, but that goes on top. And then the trusses go on top of that. And Brian has a really cool thing on SketchUp. And maybe someday he could show that. I'm going to be wrapping this up soon. So if you haven't given it a like, I mean, if it's terrible and you don't want to like it, you don't have to. But my channel just kind of seems to be stuck. But I don't care. Whatever. If either you like it, you don't like it, or subscribe, don't subscribe. Wouldn't that be awesome? I'm sure he will get a lot done. Yes, I am really, really hoping that that's the case. The trusses are the scary part because that's not in our control, like how fast they get them done. They're saying like 4 weeks that it takes to build the trusses, so we just have to wait, and we're kind of at the mercy of what they're going to charge. But he's putting in quotes at like 3 different places. Have you narrowed it down to 2, or are you putting in quotes at all 4? Hello. Uh-oh. He's asleep. Guaranteed he's asleep. He would have answered. Anyway, that's it. Unless anybody else has a question. No questions? Thinking out loud. Oh, Brian Stern, hello. You're an artist. What will the final house look like? You know, I really wanted it to be fancy with all this like shape, like I wanted it to look like a castle. But turns out it's just going to be a rectangle. But I'm going to put like designs on it, like our neighbors over here, Bill and Yvonne from the Upside of Downsizing. They have a channel. They did these little things where they made little circles and they put them in a design, and they also put it was a saw blade and an axe. They made that into the clay. So once you get the straw bales done, you can add on, you're adding on plaster, and first you do like this big layer of mud. But then when you do the actual plaster, you can do like artwork on the plaster. So I don't really know yet exactly what I'm going to do, but I know that I want to do a big lizard, and I want to do a big snake somewhere, and I want to do like a big sun and a moon and maybe some cactuses and stuff. So it's going to be square, but it will have a lot of decorations. And on the inside too, we can do a lot of stuff with the cob, which is the clay, form it into cool things. All right, I'm going to wrap it up. Hey, Brian, unless you want me to, oh my God. I'm totally eating the big one right now. I saw Tiny Nest. Oh my gosh, Brian, are you asleep? It's Tiny Nest, Jake and Kiva. Oh my gosh, I'm totally flustered right now. I'm celebrity struck. I think you should. Oh, it sounds really cool. Thank you very much. Oh Lordy, I'm totally eating the big one right now because I was just about to wrap it up, and Jake or Kiva, or is it both of you? I don't know. So I think you should make a sketch of what you might like the house to look like out on the outside. I really have wanted to do that. I've thought about doing that. I even thought about making a miniature. Is it miniature or miniature? Oh, they're both there. Okay. So I was going to make a little mini house and then do like little designs and stuff on it. So I may still do that if I could ever find time to do anything. Okay. I was just about to wrap it up, but unless anyone else has any more questions, I'll probably wrap it up because I'm sweating balls. Am I allowed to say balls? Anyway, I'll show these paintings one more time because I've been getting a lot of dog what do you call them? Requests for dog portraits. I showed one on my Instagram, and then I had like a few people that wanted. I put it on Facebook too, so I can't wait to see the artistic touches you put. That will be so fun. I can't wait. I am so excited. And now that there is finally a light at the end of the tunnel, and like I can see the progress that Brian is making, and he's really smart. So this house is not going anywhere. If the big bad wolf comes and tries to blow it down, that's what everybody, the joke that everyone keeps saying to us is, hey, the big bad wolf is gonna blow down your house. It never gets old. Off-grid simple living. Oh, hey, Red and April. Hey, welcome to my channel. This is the small channel, but have y'all tried a swamp cooler? We just got a little plug-in one, and it's working awesome. We did not try it. We thought of it. We actually thought about doing it, but then Jim from Green Dream Project did it, and he said it took an awful lot of water, so we just decided what we did was we put a mini split system. Tim, okay, wait, one second, Tim, hold that thought. Our air conditioner in our RV actually broke, so we put a mini split system in, which is a heater and air conditioner, and it's on right now. It actually works pretty well. I think it works better as a heater though than an air conditioner. Anyway, Brian, my son is Tim, but he goes by Jack on YouTube and Instagram. He says to talk about things you do that annoy Brian. I do a lot of things that annoy Brian, but I think, and he does a lot of things to annoy me as well. And that's probably common in every marriage. But I would say the main thing that I do that annoys him is that I complain. When I was a kid, the only way I got attention was by complaining. Whoever complained the loudest got the most attention because I had a big family. So it seems that I got more attention by complaining about things. So I think I've gotten better at it. What I mean is I'm not complaining as much as I used to. Tim, I think that you should tell me what it is you think. What else do I do that annoys Brian? Because that might be kind of funny. We got a small one. It works great, but yes, it does use a good amount of water. So Brian is filling up we are using well water to fill our water catchment tanks that we have right now. We're slowly filling them because once the monsoons come, our pipe is just hanging out in the middle of the wash right now. So we have to get that fixed. And we haven't had time to do anything about it. I mean, it's just literally hanging out. I made a video of it the other day, but I still haven't put that together. Use a lot of water, but it's so dry. It's working really well. Adding humidity. Yes, I used to live in a house that had a swamp cooler, and I really liked it. It was in my bedroom for some reason, and that was after my sisters had already moved out. So that was when I lived in a town called Truscott, Texas. I don't know if anybody's heard of it, but it's out by Wichita, Texas, Wichita Falls. And the house we rented, I was like 15, and we rented a house. And one night I heard a noise at my bedroom window, and I was scared. But for some reason, I opened the curtains. We had curtains. I opened the curtains, and there's a pair of eyes staring at me, and I screamed so loud that it hurt my throat. But it was a goat. It was a goat staring back at me, and my dad came. There were many occasions when I screamed because I sleepwalk, and I would scream in the night, and I woke my parents up so many times, and my dad would always be standing there with a shotgun in his underwear. I wish my dad could watch these. I don't know how. My brother lives with him. I wish he could hook it up somehow, but let's see. Hey, Off-Grid Simple Living. Love your videos. Oh my gosh. Off-Grid Simple Living has gone skyrocketing in the YouTube stratosphere. Maybe someday they will show their faces. I would love to see your face. Look, I'm like the exact opposite. I'm always like, my face is, you probably wish I would hide my face. Oh boy. All right. Well, unless anybody else has a question, I keep saying I'm going to wrap it up, but then I don't. Ooh, it is very difficult for me to do this. I'm like hyperventilating right now. I don't know why. I guess it's because I'm probably not breathing. On Wednesdays, I'm not nervous at all, but when I'm out here, we're going to keep on keep her going. Okay, if you have something else for me. Oh, look, my Christmas. I just noticed that's my Christmas tree. It's still living. I got that. It's called a Norfolk pine. I plan to keep it alive until we get it to the house, and then I'm going to plant it in a bigger pot. Tim, you're supposed to be saying what do I do to annoy Brian? I think that it's probably because I ask him constantly, when is this going to be done? When is that going to be done? I can tell something that Brian's asleep right now. I can tell he's asleep because he's not saying anything. Be more confident. Oh, that's that's my son. When you stream, you are fun to watch, dummy. Oh, you're so sweet, Timmy. You're a dummy. Probably not. Thanks, y'all. I love your videos. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, that's cool. I don't blame you. I mean, if I had it to do over again, I might try to hide myself too. More time. You know what, Brian? I really am trying to. I forget to set up the camera a lot of times. Also, for some reason, when I set up the camera, I get very nervous when I know that the camera is watching, and for some reason I have a difficult time painting and I don't enjoy it as much. So that is probably why. But I am going to try to do more time-lapse paintings. It's hard for me because now I'm doing videos for midlife crisis as well. Let me think here. I was going to say something about Tim, but I seem to have forgotten what I was going to say. You can edit it after. Yeah, for some reason, I'm afraid that Trayvon Peterson is awesome. Hi. So I have a hard time with the time lapse because when I make a large video, I should just do it in little segments and then I can put it on the computer, because the problem is I always use my phone to film or to video, and then I put it on the computer. So our computer is really old, and then we also have a laptop. But each clip takes time to upload to the computer. And then I have to edit it and put it together. So it's becoming a bigger and bigger job. I love your videos. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Darn it. I was going to say something a minute ago and my mind went totally blank. It had something to do with Tim. Oh, no, I remember what it was. I was talking about Brian. What Brian does that annoys me. Oh, my gosh. Brian does this thing ever since I've known him. It was cute in the beginning. Brian is constantly doing this. Brian Stern, you worked with him. You know what I'm talking about. He's like, I don't know, he may be on the autism spectrum. I'm not even kidding you. He constantly has to be rocking. And he even does it to put himself to sleep. He's asleep. He's not moving. If he's sound asleep, he doesn't rock. He's asleep. I should go. I wish I could carry this over there and I could see him like Sleeping Beauty up there. Let's see. How do I get a pet portrait? Is that on Etsy? Oh, I should put one on there. I used to have one on there and it expired. Nobody went for it. Is that on? If you send me a message to midlifeprices@gmail.com, I think I said it earlier. Some people think I'm saying midlife crisis, but it's prices with a P. Midlife prices, because our last name is Price, and everybody said, "Oh, you're having a midlife crisis." So, yeah, if you just email me and you can send me a picture. And I did. People keep telling me you're not charging enough for your art, but I'm not in it to make a ton of money. I think I charged $20 for a little one like this. These are 20 and they're that wide. So if you send me a picture, I'll do it for like 20. I'm happy with that. Is that I love, they are so sorry. I am blind. I can't see very well. Edit and film on my phone, it's a pain, but it works. That is correct. I don't have any fancy equipment. This is it. Because we don't have jobs anymore. Oh, hey, Melissa and Taylor. You're a little late. I almost signed off like 3 or 4 times. But that's cool. Better late than never, right? Where was I going with that? Yeah, Brian does this rocking thing, and sometimes I can hear the covers make noise when he does it. So it's, oh no, don't worry about it. It's fine. If you could sometime, if you want to just put my channel on in the background. I don't know if some people realize this, but in order to make money on ads for YouTube, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. And I think I have 700 subscribers and not even close to 4,000 hours. So that's going to take a while. So Melissa, if you want to just turn my channel on sometime and just let it play in the background. David. Oh, hey, David from Korea. Hello. Great filming of frames and rebar bending. Thank you. That was, Brian worked so hard on that. We were a little disappointed, though, that he didn't get any. I should have bent at least one of the rebars, but it would have been, that would have been funny. I have been lifting weights, so I'm getting stronger. I went on my mountain bike today, and there is a trail in the back. It's just a road that runs, and there is a giant hill that goes up and down, and it's like riding a roller coaster. But I thought my lungs were going to explode. It was like, so my lungs were burning. It was a good workout. So I'm getting lots of exercise. I do that for my wife's channel. You do what for your wife's channel? I love that video too. Good breaks and explanation for fun. Oh, I just got a couple of videos of Brian that were pretty funny. He got a new pair of jeans, and I had him model the jeans. It's funny. He got some new Wranglers, and they're really tight. If you want more watch time, why don't you upload these live streams the way you do? Tim, the live streams go on automatically. It will, I mean, like, they're all there. I have a playlist that has all the lives in there. Timmy, you don't know how YouTube works. You know what you should do? That's what Craig's always saying. You know what you should do? Wait, I thought you guys just lifted straw bales and tires. Ooh, that reminds me. I found this really cool thing. People are always sending me things that I should paint. And somebody sent me a picture of a snake made out of tires. And I really, really want to make this happen. And I found a bunch of things I want to make out of tires. It's going to be awesome. Let it play in the background for watch hours. Yes, Timothy, my son. Can you do me a favor sometime? Just turn on the TV or something. When you're playing a video game, put your phone on my channel and just let it play on a playlist. So then it'll just play video after video. That's what I used to do with other people I'm trying to help out. Other friends that I'm trying to help out. All right, guys. I'm getting tired. I'm exhausted. This is exhausting. I don't mean that I'm just like, this is usually the time of day where we take a little rest break. I do a lot of meditation because, hey, Tim. Oh, by the way, Tim, I'm sorry. I just totally lost or switch gears, which I do a lot. Tim, you were supposed to tell me your favorite memory. Are you still driving? Don't you dare be driving and texting. Your favorite memory of being a child. I was saying the other day that Brian, we always used to accuse Brian of being a robot because he never farts. Sorry, that was. He's still asleep, or he'd be saying something, I'm sure. He's so awesome. Oh, Timmy, that's a good one. So I didn't. You make it sound like I did something wrong. I didn't. It wasn't my fault. So it was when we used to go camping. We took the kids camping a lot. And Tim was sitting on my lap, and we were roasting marshmallows. And because he was on my lap, when I raised up the little stick that had the marshmallow on it, it was a metal rod. And it hit him on the face and burnt his face. I didn't slap you in the face with a hot poker, you turd. Today, the word of the day is turd, apparently. Ah, no, that's your favorite memory, is me accidentally burning your face? That's hilarious, Timmy. Oh, I wish I could get Taylor on here. My children, when we get together with my kids, we laugh so hard. We have so much fun together. I miss them. I'm going to get to see them in next week. Oh, hey, Jim. People keep filtering in and out, and I keep trying to wrap up, and then somebody else will show up. And it was playing in those. Oh, yeah, that was fun. So when we used to go camping a lot, and that was my favorite place to camp. It was called Bootlegger Campground in Sedona, and the water was crystal clear, and the kids just had a great time swimming, and they had like goggles, and there was all these little pools, and Tim was in heaven because he always loved bugs, and he still loves bugs. He has a giant collection of bugs on his wall. He was never afraid of like spiders. He will still let. I think he had a tarantula out here once when he was here, and he was letting it crawl all over him. And he could catch like lizards and crawdads and things. Like, I can never catch those things. It's like he's the bug whisperer. He used to say he wanted to be a bug scientist. Brian's twitching. Are you awake? I've been talking about you a lot. Hey, did you know I came over there with the camera and videotaped you sleeping, and everyone was watching you sleep?
Serious?
He thinks I'm serious. No, but I was talking about how you rock all the time. And then when I looked over there, you weren't rocking, and I was like, "Oh man, he must really be asleep." So what usually happens is he rocks, and then he'll fall asleep, and then he'll start snoring, and then he'll snore so loud that he wakes himself up, and then he starts rocking again, and then he goes to sleep, and then the snoring, and it's a vicious cycle. I don't know how he ever gets any rest. All right. Anything else? Nap time? Yes. I know. He's supposed to be working on he was working on SketchUp, but then he decided he needed a break, and he was going to let me do. Oh, did you ever eat lunch? You didn't eat lunch. Oh, we had jalapenos for lunch. That was our lunch, is jalapenos. That sounds really funny, Brian. What else? What else you got, Tim? Anything? Timmy has a great memory. Both my kids have great memories, and they're both like super duper smart, and they get it from me. Right, Brian? They get it from me. Now Taylor has mad math skills. I don't know where she got. She got them from Brian. Brian was a double math major, I think, in Nerdville. Nerds are us. I like when Keith hit Taylor with that. All of Timmy's memories have to do with someone getting injured. Jim said, SketchUp, I'd need a nap too. So Tim's memories, Tim was talking about when a guy we used to hang out with named Keith, he hit my daughter in the head with a log. It wasn't a stick. So he had a big log and he took it and threw it. And Taylor was playing in the bushes and the log hit Taylor in the head. Poor Taylor. Yeah, she had a bump. She was very angry. She didn't cry. She gave Keith dirty looks for a long time. All right, now I'm at an hour, so I really am going to wrap it up now, unless Timmy can come up with a really, really great memory in like 10 seconds. I'm going to wait 10 seconds. So let me think. I think the next video for midlife prices will be in a few days. Brian's trying to finish this one that Brian, your mom. Oh my gosh, that was a funny story. Brian with a moth flew into Brian's ear. So wait, first we're gonna do a water catchment video. Brian's been working on this thing for like a month, so this thing better get 1 million views. When this was at that bootlegger campground place, and so Brian and I are walking on the rocks. They're like these giant boulders in Sedona. We're hopping across the boulders, and all of a sudden, a moth flies directly into Brian's ear, and he screams. So Brian has a really high voice when he gets excited, and he was like, "Ah!" I can't even do it, but he's like banging himself in the head. And meanwhile, I'm like, what's the matter? What's the matter? And he's like, a moth flew in my ear. But the way he's doing it, I am laughing so hard that I'm like, I didn't pee my pants, but I almost did. And I like dropped down on the rock and I can't even move. I'm laughing so hard. And so what he did was end up digging the tweezers into his own ear. I couldn't do it. We still have a picture where Brian's ear is like swollen and red, and he's got the moth holding it with the tweezers. Oh, trampoline. Oh my gosh, we used to love jumping on the trampoline. We have a lot of great memories from. It's a wonder that no one has a broken leg, because Brian used to bounce the kids so high on the trampoline. I think my favorite story of the trampoline is when Brian's mom was on the trampoline and Timmy said she looked like a little giant bird. I don't know if she watches. I doubt if she'll see this, but wow, I'm going to be scared of moths now. If I am ever outside, I put on my hat, like I have a hat that covers my ears. But it's scary. I don't know how he ever got that thing out. I thought we were going to have to go to the emergency room. Brian, do you remember that? No. Yes, you do, you liar. All right, guys, I got to go now. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Tim, for all the memories. Maybe you should start making a list for next week. All right, I'm going to end it now. Bye. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I really, really appreciate every one of you. Brian, Carly, Tim, Leo, Jim. Hey, I made a run. Brian, you hear that? Brian, Carly, Tim, Leo, Jim, Trayvon. All right, y'all. Signing off. See y'all next week. Bye.